Hello. I have a quick story for you just now about a young lad called Setanta. And there's a longer version of this story too, but this is just a quick one to whet your appetite. And the basic of the story is that, well, Setanta was a young lad. He wanted to be a warrior. I had the skill of it and probably the parenting of it as well, because Lou is possibly his father. But most of the time, like most kids, most lads, he just loved sport. So our story begins with him playing hurley with all the other lads in the young branch, the young warriors troop. The thing is, although he was playing hurley with them, really he was playing it against them. He just finished the game of catching cloaks off their backs and ended up with most cloaks. And now they were all working to try and beat him while he used his hurley stick, kind of like a shinty stick, and was playing and knocking the ball past them. While he was doing this, the king, Cynoffer, Nessa, he was riding past in his chariot because he'd been invited to a feast at the Smith Coolan's house. So while he was riding by, he saw Setanta doing so well. And well, he was related to Setanta and he wanted Setanta to get on. And he thought, right, I'll reward the lad. He can come to the feast because he's doing so well. But Setanta, he was focused on the game. He knew what was going on and he was winning. So he said, sure, I'll follow you right away after I finish this game. Never. He just let it go, and he was on the way to the feast. He would get there, he'd find the best seat, and Setanta was a bit late. What did that matter? He arrived at Coolan's house, Knocker that is, and sat down, and the feast was put well underway. And because the feast was started, Coolan's dog, his hound, was let out because he lived kind of away from Emamacha, from all of the warriors, and no one to defend him. So he had this great, great dog, pretty much a wolf. And this wasn't a dog that would sit on your lap and keep you warm. This was a dog who ripped people limb from limb, and the only person that would obey was Coolan, because Coolan had raised it from a wee pup to being a killing hound. Anyway, just as the main dish was about to be served and the hero's portion about to be let loose, there was a great howling outside of the house. And suddenly the king looked to Coolan and went, oh, Setanta! He was, oh no! And he realised that Setanta would have arrived late. And arriving late and being a young lad who was quite fit, fences would be no barrier to him. So he had just jumped over it or climbed it or something like that. So they ran out and heard a great crack and a howling that would wake the dead. And lying there in a pool of blood and gore was the dog. And Setanta was cleaning his hurley stick. Your dog ate my ball. Coolan was outraged. His best hunting dog had just been killed by a kid. Setanta just whacked the hurley ball straight down its throat as it tried to swallow him. And then to finish the job off, had taken the hurley stick to the dog's head. Splat. Well, the king was a bit, sometimes this king made bad decisions. Sometimes he made good decisions. At this point, he was a bit indecisive about what to do, because it was kind of his fault for not telling Coolan that the kid was going to be late. But Coolan, with that warrior spirit that sometimes takes you, simply said, oh, if I've killed your dog and you're worried about your treasures being robbed, I'll be your hound until you can raise another pup to replace this hound. I will be your hound and I will protect your stuff. And a druid who was there called Kaffa, he saw this and saw it with his hazelnut twisted eye and said, right, yeah, okay, from now on you will be known as Cucullin, not Setanta. And that is the name which will be your warrior name. You will be a hero, a hound of Coolan. And, well, yeah, there's more to that story. Much more to that story, both before and after. But you'll have to listen to another video for it. Thank you for watching this.